What percentage of people like to be peed on? It's got to be below 1%.
That's still a lot. It's 300 million people. That means 3 million people are to get peed on.
That is a lot.
That's just in this country alone. That's a lot of pee.
Cleanup. You know what I mean?
I don't even think it's 1%. But even if it's 1/10 of 1%, it's 300,000 people.
Like, I love a chocolate sundae, but if you smeared it all over the place, and after I had to clean it up, I'd probably be like,
Yeah, I'm not into that. Yeah,
what are you into? What's the freakiest thing you're into?
I'm surprisingly tame. I'm not into anything freaky. I've never even done like whipped cream or anything. Hot
what about when a girl asks you to like choke her a little? How do you feel about that? That's a scary request.
I'm not into that. I'm not. I had a girl that I used to date who wanted me to rape her. She told me to rape her.
That's tough.
And the problem was she was fucking hot, and I was like, I do not want to get interested in doing this. Like the worst thing would be
you really liked
it. Yeah, because I was in my 20s. What if I just had a connection? I got into like only girls that want you to like force them to do shit.
That's very true. When you were young and you're forming your sexuality, whatever you first got your like when I first danced with a girl and I noticed her hips were wide, I got like a boner. It was like in 8th grade because it was like she's different, and it linked. And for years till I was like in my early 30s, I could not dance with a girl without getting a hard on. I was at a wedding once, and I asked this girl to dance. Like, I never do this, but she was like alone and she was hot. And I get on the dance floor, my mother's there, and I got like a boner. And I don't know this girl at all. And I had to tell her, because you know, like your wedding pants are not keeping things at bay. No. And so full pitched, and she probably already knew. So I was like, I'm sorry, can you help me off the floor? And I had to, how humiliating is this? I had to ask this girl to like shimmer me off the floor away from my mother. Did she think it was funny? Yeah, she had luckily a good sense of humor about it, but it was humiliating.
Well, there's not, well, I shouldn't say she should be flattered, but a girl with a good sense of humor would be flattered.
She invited me to her Halloween party after that, which is a good sign, but that went bad. I got all dressed up as the universe. Like I really worked. Yeah, I had like a whole black outfit, and I glued like planets to my body with Velcro. Yeah. And then, grown man. And then I go to her house on time, which I didn't realize you don't go to parties on time. I just got into LA. And then I went to hug her, and I knocked over the skeleton on the wall. And then her dog ran up and like bit Venus off my leg and took off. And now I'm just in the room, and no one's dressed up. People are coming, and they're like, have a bandana. It's like, I'm a pirate. Like, no one's really dressed up except for me. So I was a pariah, and then no one talked to me except at the end, this guy, because all our friends were like frat guys, he goes, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah. Like, oh, someone's talking to me. He goes, you a faggot?
No.
Yeah. And I was like,
really?
Yeah, I was like, no. I mean, this all started with me getting a boner with this girl. But anyway, I got to go. And,
Jesus Christ. What a dick.
Yeah, he was kind of a dick.
Was he a dick before that?
Yeah, they were all kind of like
jockey,
and they were drunk, and I think I seemed like a target because I had the universe on my body. Seemed like an easy target.
Yeah, but that's a severe weakness. Unless you were doing something. I mean, why wouldn't they think that was funny? Like, what are you doing, man? What's with the outfit? And then you start talking, you start laughing, and everybody has a good time.
Yeah, we would have had a good time.
Yeah,
he went right.
Hey, are you a faggot?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you know.
That's funny, though, the boner thing.
Yeah.
Because there was a girl that I dated when I was in high school, and she was into, like, rubbing her feet on me. And I had a foot thing for a long time afterwards because of it.
Where was she rubbing her feet on you?
My dick, son.
No, I mean, like... I figured that. I meant, like, were you at your house? Were you at school?
Yeah, well, whatever. She would just rub her feet on my legs and put her feet on my dick.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to go to this math class, 10:30. Ugly teacher, but her smell, boner every time. And I knew, I was like, oh, I gotta go get a boner in this class.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But that is a real thing about like getting connected to like a particular like thing. Like whether it's choking someone or any of that. The girl who wanted me to rape her also would grab my hand and put it on the back of her head. Like, get me to force her head down. She was crazy. She was just really into it.
Yeah.
But it took a while for her to warm up. It's almost like when we first started fooling around, she's like, when do I tell this motherfucker what I like?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Ease him into it.
Not yet. In the beginning, it was normal. And then one day she wanted to wrestle.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, I want to wrestle you.
The gateway drug.
I was like, what? She's like, I want to wrestle you. I bet I'll kick your ass. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? It was so
and then you just beat her up.
Weird.
You lost immediately.
I didn't beat her up, but I was trying to figure out what we're doing while we're doing it. Like,
and she turned it sexual.
Oh yeah, she got into it.
Yeah, I think like Louis C.K. I remember his show. Like one of the first episodes, he had a show where like an older girl asked him to jerk off in front of her. And I was always like, I bet that actually happened, and that got linked up. You can't really decide what links up your sexuality and what it is that turns you on. It
could have.
Yeah, I have no information, but that's my guess.
People are into weird shit, man. They're into weird shit.
I think the weirdest is this smelling the shoes.
Oh,
Marla Maples, Trump's ex, put a camera in her bedroom because in her closet because she did have one shoe, and it was some friend would come in. They caught him just coming in and like stealing, sniffing her shoes.
Jesus Christ!
How does that get linked up?
Ugh.
Anyway,
yeah, there's a lot of that stuff, right? Like stealing underwear, stealing shoes.
Yeah, men are
weird.
The thing is, I mean, men get picked on because we're pervs, and it's true. But if we weren't pervs, this species wouldn't be here. Let me tell you why. Because we were down to like 70,000 people. If we didn't have this super perv gene to go through the snow, get some pussy.
I think it's less than 70,000 people. They were saying that after one of the super volcanoes, it might have gotten down to just a few thousand.
Yeah, well, there's a definite.
What is it? Sumatra? Is that where it was? Indonesia? Some massive super volcano 70,000 years ago killed off almost everybody.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we got down to an extremely low number. I think they estimate it's somewhere between like 2 and maybe like 10,000 people.
Yeah, you need people who like to fuck a lot, that are real pervy to jump that up.
Well, you know, Brett Weinstein, who is a he was a professor.
Excuse you.
Sorry. I know what's going on with me. I smoked weed before the show. I'm not going to lie to you people. He was explaining with his wife, who's also a biologist, that there's two different things that men are attracted to. They're attracted to a beautiful woman, but they're attracted to a hot woman. Like a hot woman doesn't necessarily have to be beautiful, but what she does is offer an opportunity for like very quick sex. Like you could just have sex with her. You don't have to court her like a girl with a short skirt and her tits are popping out and she's wearing a lot of makeup. That what that signals is that there's an opportunity for you to spread your genes, and you would have no responsibility. You wouldn't have to take care of it. You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to spend a lot of time with her, or court her. That she's the type of person that allows you to just fuck her.
You can move on and spread your genes elsewhere. That makes sense.
Yeah, that there's like an evolutionary reason for that being a stimulating thing for men. Like for men, like this idea of like these loose women. Like loose women are very attractive to us for that reason. It's not just that like, oh yeah, if I can get some, not deal with all these bitches in their no, it's literally an evolutionary trait that we have adapted to.
The disease thing knocks it back a little bit for me.
Yeah,
I'll go like, oh, there might be a disease there. I have an antidote for, because I don't feel like there's any woman who could, no matter how hot, like come and take me away. Or like force me to like, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Seduce me.
What?
Here it is.
You don't think a woman could seduce you?
No. If I don't want her to, I have an antidote. Antidote. I have an antidote.
Okay.
And I've been developing it over years, and people listening can take this. If you like, let's say you fell for somebody and she didn't like you and she dumped you and you're still pining over her.
Right.
You put her, first you like think about like, the blood moving through her body and her skeleton, and you put her on the toilet. You think about like she's making bile. I know it's gross, but you think about her as this animal, and you think about her on the toilet, and whenever she pops up, you put her on the toilet. You're welcome.
That doesn't work with me.
It will.
I won't care.
No?
No. If I think she's hot.
What if she's really struggling on the toilet?
I struggle on the toilet.
So you
I'm
can
not
bond over
judgmental.
that.
I eat a lot, man. I take some horrific shits.
But think about like The Bachelorette or something. They're fantasized a lot of times. Like early on, there's like this fantasy, and you know, you're married.
Yes.
So there's intimacy and you get past all that. But that early on fantasy, filling in the blanks as a perfect person, you usually leave that out.
It never bothered me. I don't give a fuck about periods.
What
I
about
don't
thinking
care
about their skeleton?
Anything?
Does that kind of go, oh yeah.
Skeleton.
Yeah, if you just imagine there's a skeleton underneath this woman that I'm like pining over. She's just like all right, maybe this doesn't work.
It doesn't work on me.
It works for me.
I'm telling you, man. If I think someone's hot, I think they're hot. I don't care if they just took a diarrhea shit.
How about this? I imagine they have bad breath. I'll be like, I bet she has bad breath. And I'll imagine
I tell her,